Hello, friends. I'd like you to look around at my home. We've got some work to do. We've got some resetting that we need to do. Today is a Sunday reset. And honestly, before I even dive into the house stuff, I want to do a little reset on my business and try out a new feature in my reporting tool because I've got some big goals for the week ahead. Let's sit this down. As you may or may not know, I am planning a trip to London and Paris soon. And so I've just got like a lot on my list that I want to get done before I leave. Tomorrow's Monday. I've got a meeting for the marketers edit. I've got so much going on. So I really need to just be a little bit more strategic with my life. Okay. So you guys know that I love Metricool. Metricool is my social media scheduling tool, analytics tool. There is so much that you can do within this tool. You guys can always use my code Latasha, 30 days free, link down below. On any of their premium plans, they've also got a great free plan, but they just came out with a new feature that I've been meaning to play around with. Let me find it. Here we go. So they've got this new reporting tab. They've always had amazing reports. Honestly, you guys, Metricool's reporting has always been the thing that sold me. It's why I started working with them in the first place. I was like, wow, like this is just, they look really good. They're beautiful presentation decks. You can automate them, all of that. Well, they've got this new thing called campaign dashboards and Metricool Studio as well. And this is something that I've been asking for a long time. Campaign dashboards, we can create a dashboard. We can add content to it that we've posted, and it'll basically tag your content more or less so that it all shows up under this one like reporting dashboard, for lack of better words. So I created one for the marketers edit. I wanted to track all of my posts that are coming from my social media accounts that are related to the Marketers Edit, which is my in-person event that I'm planning and hosting in November. You guys should come, themarketersedit.com. But anyway, so what's nice about this is it can really isolate the campaign. So I have this meeting tomorrow about the Marketers Edit. So I can say, hey, Elena, the posts that we are posting about the Marketers Edit are doing really well, not doing so well. Hey, it looks like people are liking it better when we post on YouTube versus Instagram, or the reverse. And what I'm seeing from this dashboard right now is, you know what? I really need to post. That needs to be my priority next week, because if we look here at, our posts have just totally died off after May, which was basically when we got back from New York. I think we got really excited about being in New York, touring the venue, all the things, and then it just completely dropped off. So sometimes it's hard to I know this sounds silly, but it's hard to know that without just seeing it. But seeing it, I'm like, oh yeah, you're right. I haven't really talked about it all that much. You can also see once we have enough posts, there aren't enough, but you'll eventually be able to see the top 5 best posts and details there. So let me show you how to build these. I started building one just for my podcast too. I think I want to create a dashboard for my sponsored YouTube videos, sponsored content. One of the things that I'm working on in my business right now is I sort of hired a partnerships manager, aka just a friend who's doing a good job negotiating for me. And something that I'm trying to help him with is learning how to sell my content and getting familiar with my content and my ad placements. So when he's talking to partnership or, to brands, he can kind of quickly have a look at things that I've done and things of that nature. So I created this, I set it up, and now I'm just going to be able to look through all of my content. I know I had some stories recently. Here we go. OmniWatch ad campaign that went out. So you have to have 10 posts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. So we'll just go, I have more, but we'll just start there just for you to see how it gets put together. So yeah, it's synchronizing right now, but already what's cool is I can see kind of the pacing of my sponsorships, which is nice. I might be a little concerned, or I was going to say I might be a little concerned if it was every single day there was a sponsorship, but maybe I need to be no, we actually need it to have every single post be sponsored. But realistically, I think it's good that we have this pacing because, we're not inundating people with sponsored posts. But yeah, so, oh, wait. It already synchronized. That was fast. That happened right in front of my eyes. Okay. So yeah, we can see the total views overall. Let's see. Instagram. So we're able to see Instagram stories versus YouTube. Already we're seeing, right? YouTube needs to be priced higher because we're seeing 1.46K views for my Instagram stories versus YouTube, 5.69K views. So, these are pieces of data that he'll be able to use. He'll be able to see like likes, dislikes, which is very low, comments, that kind of thing. Like those are all really great things to sell to sponsors. And these are recent. Like I just chose the last 90 days. So yeah, this is a dashboard that I'll be able to give him access to. Now, the other thing that they have is Metricool Studio. So this, I'm going to click on new view. We're going to start a new one. I want to see analytics. I'm going to say analyze a brand in a period. So I'm going to analyze my stuff, Latasha James brand. The period that I'm going to go for, I wonder if I can do, okay, it looks like I can do 90 days. So I'll do the past 90 days. This is actually perfect because another thing I'm planning to do tomorrow is batch film some podcasts since I'm going to be in Europe. So not Twitter. Let's just look at YouTube. Oh, I'm scared. I'm scared of what it's going to tell me. So metric types, account, content, demographics. So basically you can just write in a prompt and say, this is what I want to see. I don't want to have to dig for all the data. I want to see Latasha James on YouTube. So I just want to see what it kind of comes up with for me. We'll click on generate view and then we'll see what it gives me. We'll let it work for a second. I actually have something in the dryer. I'm going to check that out and then we'll come back to this. Quick change. We are about to go to the hardware store shortly. So let's, had to put on real clothes and not PJs, but okay. So it's generated already. Let me get this going. I want to tell you what it found. I'm a little scared because I just feel like, I've been struggling a little bit with YouTube. And so as scary, listen, sometimes it's scary to be like, give me the hard truths, but that's how you improve, right? So, okay, we've got everything that we want to see. We're going to click on see full view. Okay, the executive summary makes me feel better about myself. It says, Latasha James maintained a strong presence on YouTube, ending the period with 233,000 subscribers and accumulating over 141,000 video views. Okay, this is also really going to help my partnerships manager because he doesn't watch my YouTube. At least I hope he doesn't. I don't know. No, this will be really helpful because he'll be able to just see a quick at a glance and he could copy and paste this, when he's talking to sponsors, hey, she saw over 141,000 video views. Channel saw a significant performance peak on June 2nd. What did I post on June 2nd? I wonder if it's going to show me. It's still populating, I think, for some of this stuff, but let's see. Oh no, this is showing me X. I don't use X. So that's something that I should have deleted in the prompt. I wasn't really paying attention. I was just kind of going through fast. But yeah, so subscribers, gained, lost. So still gaining more than losing. So that's a good sign. Money I made, video views, published videos, likes, shares, comments. Okay, oh, I know what happened on June 2nd. I posted a vlog the day before that said, I've changed. Very dramatic vlog, clickbaity title. It wasn't a lie. It was clickbait to me is oh, you actually lied, It was honest, but I've been trying to just add a little bit more personality into my vlogs as opposed to being day in the life of a content creator. And so this is showing me my peak day was the day after I posted that. And if we look at the trends, I've changed is the number one. Number two, I feel like a loser again. Number three, how to become a full-time content creator step by step. That one's a little bit more formulaic. Okay. Changes coming for content creators. That was an interview with my friend Nina. And then breakups in your 30s hit different. So 3 out of 5 of those top videos are vlog style, kind of self-deprecating, very raw, very real, yappy yap content. So that's something that I'm going to take, right, to my planning session tomorrow. And clearly I'm taking to this because I'm okay, let me actually make a vlog today instead of necessarily doing not to say we're going to stop doing the sit down content, but even with the sit down kind of podcast content, right? Content creator. It seems that's what is performing. We can click on show details. We can see all of the, watch minutes, view duration, all of these things. What made me the most money? The most money came from how to become a full-time content creator, followed by I've changed. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, so basically, this is really helpful. Again, especially if you've got someone on your team who's new and maybe doesn't fully know your content or doesn't fully understand content or social media in general. Maybe like if you have an intern, if you have a partnerships manager, if you yourself are new to analytics, like this, executive summary really walked me through what I need to look at. And I was like, okay, let's find June 2nd. Let's figure that out. So yeah, very helpful. You guys check out these new features. I find them to be really, really cool. Really a great addition to the existing Metricool tool. And yeah, remember to use my code Latasha. I'll leave a link down below so you can try it 30 days free on any of their premium plans. And this is a new feature, so it'll be free for you to try, and let me know what you think of it. I'm going to be digging through this data and sharing it with my new team member so he can get me some more brand deals. Woo! Okay, let's pause this, and I need to run to the store because, let me be honest with you, I have a centipede invasion in my garage. Yeah, I do. It happens every summer in my neighborhood. They always send out emails about it, and usually my HOA pays for like a pest control company to come and spray, but I haven't heard anything about it yet. So I'm taking matters into my own hands. I heard there's a thing called a bug barrier. I need to at least try because the bugs here get disgusting. I also get a lot of spiders. And I just vacuumed and swept my entire garage earlier this week. So this week I've been off school. And I also got a bike. Did I tell you guys that? Yeah, I think I told you guys that. I got a bike last weekend. And so I've been biking every day. Actually, today and yesterday are the first days that I have not biked. I've been giving my body a rest. Friday I did a private Pilates session with one of my dear friends, Allie. She was one of my first friends that I met here in Metro Detroit, and she's training to be a Pilates instructor. So I did a private session with her. The day before that, I did a private session with my regular Pilates instructor. And then in between each of those sessions, after each of those sessions, I did a bike ride. And I biked every day earlier. So I was like, okay, I'm going to take a true rest weekend. All that to say, what am I trying to say? Oh, I clean up my garage because my bike is just so cute. And I love how it looks when I pull up in my car, and I just, I want it to be cute in there. And there's like all these centipedes all over. So I got to go to Home Depot. Let's go. It's Father's Day, by the way. We're our own daddies, RIP dad, but gotta take care of ourselves, right? We got to take care of this next, but not really next. Next, I need to meal prep for the week. So if you've watched my vlogs before, you know that I do this like lentil and pea mash. So that's what we're going to make. It's just 1 cup lentils, 1 cup peas, 7 cups water. We're going to boil that, put a little bit of salt in the water, just a teeny bit. Put those in and simmer it for like 40 minutes or so, which I think is going to be the perfect amount of time to prep for tomorrow's filming session. And then like my hair is gross. I'm gross. I need to shower, wash my hair, all the things. But let's have a little mini work sesh for Sunday night before we eat our Sunday dinner. Clean ourselves up, all the things, yay. I didn't really think starting the dishwasher through, it's going to be really noisy. Let's go upstairs. Let's go in the office. I try not to go into my office at all on the weekends, even if I do work, but it's going to be annoying. So let's break my rule and let's take something with me. If you're wondering why they're underwear, okay, this is like the worst angle. We gotta talk. If you were wondering why there were underwear on my kitchen island, they're biking, like padded shorts, underwear, whatever, and they're clean. They've never been worn. I guess that's the most important part, I should say. Okay. Yeah, it's a little dark in here too, but I just want to take like 30 minutes while my dinner is cooking. By the way, that meal prep is basically what I eat like all week. Like I make it, that serving usually feeds me for basically an entire week. What a day. What a day it's been. Okay, so here's the thing. I really need to be efficient with my time these next couple weeks until I leave for Europe. And one of the easiest ways to do that is just to batch content. And I hate it. And like, I hate that I get off schedule. But when my content is like batched, when I've got stuff in the queue, when I've got alternate videos ready to go, it's just my life is so much easier and better. And some good news that I can celebrate with you guys is last week I told you I brought on like a partnerships manager. We signed last week. Well, some of it isn't fully countersigned yet, but hopefully we closed essentially on $20,000 in brand deals just in that 1 week. So that's such a huge win and takes a lot of pressure off my shoulders, knowing that that's possible, knowing that I have work lined up for the summer, especially considering I'm going to be traveling. And then I've got my event in November. You know, there's just a lot that's going on that I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm a little stressed. So that feels really good. But basically now it's like, okay, we need to execute these brand deals efficiently and hopefully get more of them and all the things. So what I'm basically doing is I'm building my content calendar around those brand deals. Like what I really need to do, he made us a Notion. Maybe I should start and look at that. You know what? This is what I'm going to do. Hold on. This is genius. Hold on. You see this? Paper. Latasha knows how to use paper. Partnerships manager knows how to use Notion. I'm going to take a picture of the paper and say, could you help me put this into Notion? What I'm going to do is first off, I'm going to write down my video ideas. So basically we have like a batch of sponsored videos for one company. That's part of the 20K. The other part is a reel that I'm waiting for the go ahead to film. I think I have 3. Yeah, so we owe them 3 videos, 3 ad reads within videos. They're not like dedicated videos, they're integrations. And basically what that means is the whole video isn't going to be dedicated to this one sponsor. They're just going to basically do an ad roll. But I try to still make sure that the videos are in alignment, right? I don't want to be like, oh yeah, have a 5 tips for Instagram for a lipstick company. It's not a lipstick company, but just for example, you know, you want it to be relevant. Something that I know from my analytics, going back to Metricool quickly, like as we can see, like the kind of provocative video titles are doing better. The I feel like a loser, right? Now, I'm not gonna like make a vlog talking about my divorce for this brand, but I can learn from that style. And so for instance, one of the video titles that I'm gonna do is I'm making less money than I used to. Here's what I'm learning. Would you click on that? Will you click on that? Right? That's like way more interesting than saying like how I manage my money as a freelancer, right? I'm going to give you some tea and then I'm going to give you some teaching and there's going to be an ad read in there, right? I'm going to do a little work on this. I'll probably go back downstairs to do it since you guys don't need to hear. But that's my plan and I'm sticking to it. Is done and clean and moisturized. I've been using a mask, like a coconut oil mask, for the past few weeks, and I feel like it's made my hair look so much better. I always was like, I don't want to over moisturize and make my hair greasy, but it doesn't do that. It just makes it like really soft and smooth. So I'm so hot though after blow drying my hair. But anyway, what did we learn? What did I learn? So business content still works, but we've just got to, I think, make it a little bit more vulnerable and personal and honest. I don't think people want like 5 tips to do XYZ anymore. I also think people are coming to this channel for content creator content, which is fine by me because I love talking about the business of being a creator, but that is some stuff for me to chew on, and I'll probably try to think of some more video ideas because yeah, I'm gonna try to batch a bunch more tomorrow while I'm not in school and I have nothing going on too much. So I get this all the time. People are like, okay, so Yap content is in, vlog content is in, personal content is in. I run an accounting firm or a marketing agency. Like, how deep do I need to go here? And I think it's all about, like, again, look back at those reports that I shared with you. A lot of it is in the packaging, right? Would you rather click on, I guess we don't know yet. I guess we don't have the data yet, but for my podcast that I'm going to record tomorrow, I'm not making as much money anymore. Would you click on that? Or would you click on 5 tips to manage your books as a freelancer? Like, no, so it's about packaging it. I think you don't need to share your wedding or your breakup or your kids or whatever, but like figure out how you can just make your titles, make your content a little bit more relatable too. I don't think it's just about like, ooh, this is so shocking. I think it's also just like, a lot of people are not doing so hot right now, at least in my industry. A lot of people are really struggling, I think. And it's like one thing that we can all kind of relate to and be like, okay, so this isn't easy for anybody. There's some solidarity. Business is hard. Business is tough right now. I think it is for everybody. And so just, it's okay to be honest about that, I think. I mean, I get why people aren't always honest, especially about the business thing. We don't want to like look like we don't know what we're doing. But I think it's also really helpful for people to see the process of figuring it out, right? So that's what I'll leave you with. My AC just kicked on, so it's about to get loud and annoying. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Be sure to check out the new Metricool features, Campaign and Studio, at the link down below. And you can use my code, Latasha, to try 30 days free on any of their premium plans. That'll get you access to the Campaign and Studio features. They've also got an amazing free plan, but if you want to try the new features, be sure to use my code at the link down below. So thank you so much. Thanks to Metricool for sponsoring, and thanks to you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.